Was there a time when you warned everybody, no one listened, and something bad happened? 3. My son had a girlfriend like that one time, a sweet-looking girl. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, but there were odd things. One was that she never came to sit with the rest of us at the table. Another, she never really talked to the rest of us well. My boy was 21, so was she. We're grown-ups, so whatever. Anyhow, then she started with the weirdo phone calls. We'd be out walking around somewhere, she'd ring him up and be all needy. What are you doing now? Who are you with? You know the drill. He was all placating and such. I shook my head. Then we were at a film in a cinema. She phones him accusing him of being with her. Not sure who her was. Never did find out. My son said, I'm with my dad. Here, you talk to him. So I did, and she was all sweetness and light. Another time, and this was the final straw, she rang and was threatening to jump under a bus. My daughter took the phone and asked if everything was okay. It was amazing. I had a long chat with my son and said that this sort of relationship is fine if you want to be a nursemaid to someone like her, and that while it may be all nice and cuddly now, I guarantee that in 10, 15 years, she won't be interested anymore, but also she would have the same bullshit personality she has now. Then I told him a story of some people I knew years ago, just the same pattern, and that's what it was, pure toxic from go to woe. You consider that, my boy, and then do the right thing, whatever that might be. You know my opinion on that. He broke up with her, and that was over 10 years ago. He has a life without a deranged person dogging his every step. I'm sorry for her, but I'm also glad she's gone. 4. My old apartment building in NYC was owned by a couple of really terrible people, and it was so legally questionable that we had all been living rent-free for years because they wouldn't bring the building up to code. Eventually they found a buyer, a Mr. Kinsey, now passed, so I can say his name, owner of a large real estate firm. He was outside on the sidewalk one day, sizing the place up, and I walked straight up to him and told him this building is a total mess in every way, especially legally. You should just walk away. He looked at me like I was an ant and said, thanks, but I can handle it. He bought the building anyway. A year later when we had him tied up in court I said, hi, remember me? I eventually got paid $50K to move out. Sweet. Thanks for ignoring my advice. Bonus, his shady AF workers were doing something half-assed on the roof apartment and started a small fire, which was quickly put out, but the fire department showed up to make sure. I remember well the grizzled fire chief asking the guy if he had proper permits for the work, and he started in on some bullshit. Great reply from fire guy, okay, you just called me a complete idiot.